Hello, citizens of Freeport and Stevenson County. I'm Mayor Jody Miller. Joining me today,
Craig Bentema from the Stevenson County Health Department.
and as always, we are just doing our best to try to get relevant information out there to our citizens. So we'd like to talk a little bit today about scams and just to be aware that there are people that are out there and they want to take advantage of the most vulnerable in our communities. And I believe I've said before about the scams of ComEd, so make sure that, if someone does come to your door and claims to be ComEd and they want to have your personal information, that's not ComEd. ComEd will never come to you and ask for your personal information. They'll never come to you and ask for money immediately, demanding. So turn them in. That's not ComEd. Another thing that we've had recently is people have been calling to say that they received a phone call from our fire department asking for donations, and that's not true either. Our fire department is not seeking donations right now, and so please do not give personal information again over the phone to anyone seeking funds that way. Another thing that came to my attention that there's a lot more needs to be awareness as far as cyber goes. So make sure that you've got your things protected that way. And one of the fastest growing crimes, according to the FBI right now, is property and mortgage fraud. So I called the recorder's office to ask them if they knew of this, and they said they had recently just received some paperwork on property and mortgage fraud. And it can be as simple as someone recording a fraudulent document at the recorder's office, making it look like they now own your house. So it is a simple way that you can receive an alert by email or by phone. All you have to do is enter your name into the website of www.propertyfraudalert.com. And that is a real website. I checked it out with our recorder. And yes, it is www.propertyfraudalert.com. And I did it myself. It took me less than 5 minutes. You just you type in your name and the county that you live in, and any properties that you might own somewhere else. It's a whole wide area of being able to put in, and then you will be notified if there's any documents that take place with your name that matches. So just a few things of scamming. So I don't know if you have any other ones besides that?
Scamming, we've had calls about people buying masks, going online and never receiving it. And that is, we probably had at least 10 people who have contacted us about that. So I'd say beware of that. And then there's also other businesses that I don't want to call them businesses because they're not local, and they're soliciting funds for COVID-19 relief, and they're not anywhere near us. It's a scam, and I realize people, good hearts of people in Freeport and the county want to give, and I say, please, if you're wanting to do that, you could call one of us.
Right.
And we can direct you to several places.
Yes, there are lots of places within Freeport and Stevenson County that can use some financial help as well. So yes, and there are a lot of good people that are making masks. There's hundreds of masks out there right now because of the seamstresses right here in our own community. Yes. So we thank them for that. Let's talk just for a moment about future events. What do you think people should expect for the summer?
At this time, and we're basing it off what we know, it's allowed right now up to 10 people or less. I don't see that changing and going up to 100 or 200, probably not until August or September, which means that you have events like Music on Chicago, or the county fair, or wine tasting in Freeport. Those probably not going to happen.
It's really uncertain right now. I mean, we can safely say that Winefest won't happen in May, but maybe it can be rescheduled for a later date. Same as Music on Chicago, because that's a very confined area. It's only a block long, and there can be hundreds of people in there. So the first one in June is going to be canceled. Hopefully that can be picked up later in the summer.
That's correct. I mean, it can happen. I just wouldn't want to give a false sense of security that, you know, July would be,
Right.
should be okay, or August.
Mhm.
And I also say to people that if you're planning a wedding or a family reunion and you're having over 100 people or 300 people, you may wish to really be rethinking that. Maybe it can be delayed. You could look at, my best advice is to say, okay, you're gonna plan it, but have in your plans, what's my last day I can cancel without a financial penalty?
Right.
Because we really don't know.
No, we don't, and that's the thing, it's ever changing, so we don't want to have people investing all kinds of money into events and then it's not allowed to happen, so ever changing, but we will do our best to get that information out there as we can, and always check our Facebook, check our website, remember to wash your hands, keep your distance, and stay home if you're sick. Thank you.
Thank you.